All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praise to the Heavenly Father and the Lashawan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew, the Holy Tongue. The Holy Tongue, we're going to start off by saying, Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakak, Kodash, Ma'amath. Definitely want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and their elders. Definitely want to give honors to my elder, Aharawam of Yasha Allah, of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim and Akwathim that believe in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. Today's lesson is going to be a quick one. All right. It's going to be based off of what does it mean that we are saved and being saved at the same time. All right. I'm going to grab precept. Now, this is 1 Corinthians 15. All right. In the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua jumped on me to do a lesson about this. All right. It's you know how the wacky tacky Christians get down. It's always about, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm saved. I know I'm going to heaven. I always tell them when they say, I'm saved. I know I'm going to heaven. I tell them, you're right, because the scriptures say when you pass away, right, your spirit always goes back to the Heavenly Father, and your body goes to hell, right, which is the grave. Okay, so that's the mindset that our people live in today through the Christianity doctrine, right? Believing that, hey, as long as they keep going to church, that they can be saved, right? And they can continue to live in their folly, right? But they don't understand what being saved means, right? It's a physical thing, right? It's a spiritual thing and it's a physical thing, right? But the mindset you should be in, right? Because we are in those times, we are in those days, right? Where we will be seeing Yahweh Shai pretty soon, right? He will be returning, right? So we're in the times of Armageddon in the Hebrew, Armageddon in the English, right? We are in those times. World War III is in the midst, right? So that salvation, that physical salvation is near, right? But right now, the people that's in this truth, right? Not the people that's following the Christianity, following the that's Muslims that follow Buddhism, Judaism. I mean, you can go on and on, right? But if you're not in the truth, right, being blessed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right, being blessed with that wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding, right, that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Israelites of the scriptures, that Yahushua is the so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, right, that he was born from the bloodline of King David, right, through Jesse. I mean, from Jesse, King David, down to Joseph, and to Yahushua, right, that that his name is Yahushua, not JC, all right, that he did raise from the dead, right, that he did die for the Israelites only, right, for the salvation of the Israelites, right, to bring them back to the covenant. All right, so that's when you're in the truth, man. Right, out here on the highways and byways, pushing this, doing the work, right, bringing people back to the sheepfold, right, the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, that's being saved spiritually. All right, but the physical part, right, will come for the ones who continue in that faith, right, and whose names were written in the book of life since the beginning. All right, so let's get into it. This is 1 Corinthians 15 for you wacky tacky Christians. All right, it reads, verse 1, moreover, brethren. All right, now this is Paul writing to the church of Corinth. Right, it's Paul, moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preached unto you. Right, and what gospel is this? This is the gospel that Yahweh Shai, right, not Jesus, because Jesus, that name wasn't even around when he was walking on the earth, when Yahweh Shai was walking on the earth. No letter J's, right, and that's a watered down, that's a transliteration of Zeus or Christos, right, which is the Latin and the Greek Jesus, right, which in actuality Yahweh Shai would be translated into Joshua in the English. All right, so the transliteration is not even worthy, man. It's nothing about any other language, right, that's worthy besides the Hebrew, right? And you can read that in the prologue of Sirach, of Ecclesiasticus. All right, so this is First Corinthians 15. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel, right? The gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? Which I preached unto you, not Christianity, right? Which also ye have received, and wherein ye stand, all right? So the ones that's in this truth that do the work, right? The ones that might be new babes in this truth, right? Stand in this truth, right? And this is why, by which also ye are saved. So you are saved spiritually, right, in this truth, right? So it says, if ye keep, right, and that's the key point, if ye keep in memory what I preached unto you. All right, so let's read that again. All right, moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel, right? The gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which I preached unto you, which also ye have received, and wherein ye stand, by which also ye are saved. So you're saved through the gospel in the spirit, right? If ye keep in memory what I preached unto you, so long as you keep doing the work, keep the faith, keep the belief, right? Keep the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Continue to follow the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, right? Continue to spread the word, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's true doctrine, right? Bring many back to the sheepfold, right? So these are the things that'll bring you to that everlasting life, man. Right? Long as you keep those things in mind and memory, and continue to live in that way and do those works, right? Unless ye have believed in vain. Now, if all of this is vanity to you, right? This truth, right? Then you're not on in Salaki. Your name is not written in the book of life, man. All right, that's just this is what it is. If you're just doing this work and you part of a camp just for fame or glory, or to just for any other reason besides doing the work sincerely for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, trying to be a good shepherd, a good servant for the Lord, right? Then it's not for you. Salvation, spiritual salvation, and physical salvation is not for you, man. But right now we're in spiritual salvation, right? So all these wacky tacky Christians talking about they're saved, you're not even saved because you're not even in the truth. So you're still blinded, living in the dust, man. All right, grabs. This is Zephaniah 1 and 17. I will bring distress upon men. All right, so this is the mindset we should be living in today, man. For you wacky tacky Christians, man, anybody that come across this video, this is the mindset you should be in. Not the mindset that, hey, when I die, I'm going to heaven. You should be trying to live and make it through the fire and make it through the pestilence and the upcoming sorrows, man, the upcoming destruction, the famine, the pestilence, World War III, being brought through the nuclear fire, man. All right, which is coming, as you see the BRICS nations is being raised up, man, continuously talking about World War III and nuclear war. All right, this stuff is in the midst. All right, so the mindset you should be in is trying to make it through the fire and being saved, right? That's true salvation, the physical salvation of it, right? Just like in the times of Egypt when he delivered us and he brought us right through the Red Sea and into the wilderness, man, from Egypt. Right? That's true deliverance, man. Right? That's that physical deliverance that he will we will see, Lord willing. Yahweh Ratazam part of that number in the end times, man. All right, and we're in those times. All right, this Zephaniah 1 and 17, the mindset of the Christians, right? They lack this mindset, man. They lack this understanding. All right, and that's the reason why they feel like they're saved now and that they're gonna make it to heaven. All right, and and you're right. You're going to heaven, right? But my mindset is more stuck on making it through the fire, right? To be making it to the kingdom of heaven, right? To be with Yahweh Shai and King David and the rest of them, right? Zephaniah 1 and 17, and I will bring distress upon men, and that's in the midst, that they shall walk like blind men, man. And that's the problem with these wacky tacky Christians and all these other people that follow these vain doctrines and vain beliefs. All right, they're walking around like blind men, man. Right, because they're stuck in the dust. They're stuck in confusion that stem from this second revised Roman Empire, right, which is called the daughter of Babylon. This place, right, America, man. Right, it says that they shall walk like blind men. And you see our people, man, blindly out here walking on they mindset is stuck on everything but the truth, right? And walking in the truth. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, right? And that's the whole problem. That's the reason why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming to save the elect, right? To bring them through the fire, and he's coming to destroy this wicked place, man. Right? Just as he came the first time when Yahushua came in the he was tearing down the strongholds of what the devil had built up, right? Which Satan had built up into the kingdoms, all right. And he came to bring the people back and bring them out of that mindset, right? To bring them the truth, all right. And so, that was a spiritual deliverance, man, and we're still in that spiritual deliverance today, right? Being part of that gospel, that true gospel of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? But we looking to be saved physically, all right, being brought through that judgment, all right? It says, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, all right? Now let's jump up a little bit to get some more understanding, man, because the Lord ain't playing, man. All right, this is Zephaniah 1, and I'm gonna start off at 14. The great day of the Lord, right? Yahweh is near. It is near and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. The mighty men are gonna cry there bitterly. Right? All these people think they're gonna be able to go to war with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All these people think that they don't need Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All these people that don't believe in the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All the people that continue to live in sin and folly, right? And, on purpose, right? All of these people, man, are gonna be utterly destroyed, man. And they're gonna be crying bitterly, man. And it says that day, verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, man, because the Lord is angry for the sins that our people have committed, man, right? For turning into idolaters, man, right? Worshiping these vain philosophies and these vain false deities, right? I was just watching a lesson on I got a lot of family that has pledged, went to these HBCUs and pledged for these different fraternities, man, and how that all stems back to the Greek mythology and these Greek gods, and then when they pledge, that leads them to they have little rituals where they basically are praying to their deity gods, their Greek gods, man. So all of that shit is vanity, man. I'm so thankful to call Halam like how about Shim Yahushua that he kept me out of those fraternities. He kept me out of the police force. He kept me out of the military, man, because this is what I grew up in. You know, all my family either went to the military. We had some police officers in our family. We had some, all of them pretty much pledged Delta, Omega, Omega Psi Phi, uh, the Kappas, man. It's just, all that shit is vanity, man, right? And that mindset our people live in still till this day, man. Our young ones, I got friends that's been out there pledging. All our people are just caught up into nothing but wickedness, man. They have no true understanding that all of this stuff leads back to false deities, man. All of it is false God worship. Right, and that's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's why Yahweh was upset, and Yahushua, right, is being sent down, right, to spiritually save us first, right, with this gospel, this ministry, with the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and then that physical sake on deliverance, right, in the day of his return, man. Right, it says, that day is verse 15 is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, man, right? Because it's going to be a lot of destruction, man, a lot of nuclear fallout, right? A lot of different dust and elements and melted fervent elements from this nuclear destruction that's going to be all in our atmosphere, right? Covering the sun and the moon, turning the moon pink and red, right? Making the sun be pretty much blotted out where you can't see it because all of the elements and chemicals and dust that's in the air, man. It's gonna be a hellified day, man. Right? So that if you're not keeping, right, as we read in First Corinthians chapter 15, if you're not keeping that mindset and that belief and that faith into this gospel, man, into this truth, you're gonna have a hard time, man, when in the day of the Lord's return, right? And right now we're going through the beginning of sorrows. We got MOTB that's being pushed, right? They're pushing out new vaccines, trying to and I was just reading an article about artificial mosquitoes that have the mRNA vaccines in them, so they're releasing these these mosquitoes that go around mating with the female mosquitoes, and the female mosquitoes die off, and the males only survive, and they go around spreading this new and basically vaccinating people without people's permission, right? So all this shit is wickedness, man. And if you don't have the true um covering of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, it is no salvation, man. You're not saved. Right? I hate to tell you that, wacky tacky Christians. Your doctrine ain't saving you, and there's no physical salvation if you don't change and repent to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and turn back. All right. It says, verse 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, right? And as you see all throughout America, these skyscrapers, man, all these major cities, right? When you look on Black Ops little saving screen, if you ever play Black Ops, right, and they show you like the earth when they zoom it out, and you can see all of America, right, in which like all the lights off, but well, the sun is on the other side of the earth, but all you see is all the cities lit up, right? These fenced cities, man, right? Our borders, they trying to fenced up our borders. But the thing about it is, this place is destined to be destroyed. This place will be the lake of fire, man. Right? So right now, we're blowing that trumpet, sounding that alarm, telling our people, hey, man, get out of that Christianity, man. Get out of that. Stop being a Muslim. Stop being part of these other vain religions, man. Right? And understand the truth. Understand who you are, right? Who your by nationality. Understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is only dealing with that nationality, with that bloodline. Right? Understand that you have to put away that mindset and understand the true mindset of salvation. Right? That, hey, look, I want to be physically saved so that way I can be part of those first fruits to receive my new body, be made sinless and made perfect. Right? And be crowned by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. To be crowned by Yahweh Shah, man, it don't get no better than that, bro. It's a verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, and that's what we see today. That's why we've been blowing the trumpet, sounding the alarm, ding 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 ding. Hey man, tighten up, get your mind right, man. Get your mindset is stuck on Christianity doctrine, man, and that Christianity doctrine is gonna lead you to death, man. It is taking you straight to the pit, man. All right, that pit which is damnation, man. All right, not the pit where talking about hell and a man's down there with a pitchfork, right, trying to burn souls when it's anyway. All right, that's why the Lord said He's gonna leave your soul in your body to where you can feel that nuclear destruction melt your ass, right? That fervent heat, right? So, verse 17, I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, right? Meaning it's just worthless, man, because for one, y'all wasn't part of that chosen, man. And for two, y'all never even tried to turn back because it wasn't destined for y'all to turn back in the first place, man. All right. It says, neither, right, verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in that day of the Lord's, right? Because you can't buy your way out of this, man. Right? You built up your riches here on earth instead of up in the heavens with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord. All right? It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's return, of Yahweh's wrath, right? But the whole land shall be devoured, right? America, right? Also Israel, the state of Israel, devoured by the fire of His jealousy, right? Because the first death was through water, second death was by fire, right? For He shall make it even a speedy riddance, of all them that dwell in the land. Right, he's gonna get you up out of here, man, real quick. Right, you start spraying that roach repellent, man, because that's pretty much what that Christianity doctrine is, man. It's a roach motel, man. All right, and Yahweh Shah gonna be coming around with that raid, spraying that raid out his hand, right, destroying you wicked demons, man, and you prideful demons. And back to that salvation, just a quick one real quick, just Jude 1 and 5, right, just to give you a small quick example. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Right. So at this time, right, it's going to be the same thing. Right, but it's going to be at the same time, right, when Yahushua comes to separate the sheep from the goats, the wheat from the tares, man, the tares and the wheat. Right, when he come to do that separation, and right now he's spiritually separating us already, right? But when that physical separation comes, just like when he physically did it in time in the land of Egypt, right? He's going to destroy, right, the 2/3 and the heathen, right? And he's going to save the 1/3 and the 1/4 for hope for elect, right? So it's going to be the same thing, right? So I'm bringing that right back to your memory, right? For those Christians that have forgot, it's going to be the same thing, man. All right, we're going to be, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We're going to be brought through it, right? And the rest of it will be destroyed, right? For the 2/3 that didn't believe, right? For the 2/3 that didn't want to believe on his name, the true name of Yahweh, the true name of Yahweh Shai, the ones that didn't want to do the work, the ones that took their hand off the plow, right? Meaning that they was in the truth and they fell out the truth, stopped doing the work, right? It's going to be the same day, man. It's going to be the same type of situation, man. Right, true physical salvation, true physical deliverance, right, and the rest of will be destroyed, right. All right, and I'm ending with this one. I might got one more after this one, but just for you wacky tag Christians again, man, it's not for everybody in the world. It's only for Israel, which are the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, and the speckled bird, which are other Israelites that spread out throughout the four corners of the earth, north, east, south, and west, right, with that may look like the heathens or look like these other nations, but by blood are Israelite. It's a bloodline to this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that. It's a bloodline to this. You have to be destined for this through the bloodline. All right, Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded world without end. All right, so it's an everlasting salvation when you're all right saved in the day of judgment, being made new, being made perfect, right? Where you won't be able to die again because we won't be sin again. Sin is what leads to death. We will be made perfect and sinless and completely righteous, right? That everlasting salvation, man, right? Not having to be saved anymore. There will be no more wars. There will be no more death, right? No more pain and suffering, right? Just living how Yahweh Shem Shai wanted us to live from the beginning. But it's only for Israel, right? That was the point I brought this up, right? But Israel shall be saved, right? All right, so let's grab something real. All right, it's Daniel 12:1. All right, in the Blue Letter Bible, title says the time of the end. All right, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Right, and we're in those times, man. Jacob's trouble. We're in the times of the beginning of sorrows. Right, kingdom against kingdom. World War III, the MOTB. We're in those times, man. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, right? And that's the deliverance you're looking for, not after you die, going up to heaven, right? You're looking for the physical deliverance. Everyone that shall be found written in the book of life, man, right? So your name has to be on that list, man, right? That's the true list, right? Not what the list of Santa Claus, right? The true list, right, is that list that was written before time, man, right? Before that was written for for basically Yahweh Shai's friends, man, right? His peoples, right? His homies, his circle, right? Those are the people that's on that list, man. It say verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some shall and to Salaki, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, man, right? And that's what you don't want to be a part of, that shame, that everlasting contempt, right? Being marked for destruction, right? You want to be marked with that exemption, being brought out of this confusion, being brought out of the lust of the flesh, man, being brought out of idolatry, right? Cheating on the Most High, right? Worshiping and praising other demons and right and false deities, man, and false gods, right? Basically believing into nothing, right? And when you have a true power, right, a true God, true living, ultimate, supreme being, man, the Most High Himself, the Almighty, right? It says, but those the ones that's gonna be, you know, be stuck with that everlasting contentment, man, right? Instead of that everlasting life, right? It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, man, right? So that 1/3, the 144 hope for elect, and the 1/3, man, right, being brought through that fire. These are the ones, right, especially the 144 hope for elect, you know, how Ratazam Bahashim Yahushua, part of that number, right, will be glistening, man, right, shining like the last dragon, man. Shine, you know, like when he says, who's your master? And that boy started, you know, glowing like Trunks or like Goku, man. You know, that's where they get this stuff from, man. They get it from the scriptures, man. Because when we be made perfect again, man, we gonna be glowing, bro. Like we literally gonna have a shine to us, man. Right? That's how bright we're gonna be, man. Full of that spiritual power, man. It says, verse 3, and they that be wise, right? You have to be wise, right? Putting away these vain philosophies, man. Coming back and turning and repenting and sincerely and in truth, man, to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness, man, as the stars forever and ever, man. That's why we do this work, man, right? To be a part of that number, right? To just be good servants to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right? To do the work, to turn people back to Him, man, to righteousness, man, right? So they can receive that everlasting life, man, right? But again, your name has to be on that list, man, right? Now, this Romans 8 and 28, and I ended on these last few precepts, last couple verses. All right, this is Romans 8 and 28, and it reads, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to them who are the called according to His purpose, right? Those ones that's written in the book of life, right? The ones that's out here doing this work, pushing this truth, right? It says, for whom He did foreknow, right? It says He also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom He did predestinate, them He also called. Right, so that the ones that's part of that number, they're the hopeful elect, right? Being predestinated, right? Being predestined, right? You was predestined to be called. You was predestined to come do the work. You was predestined to be saved. All right. It says, moreover, right, whom He did predestinate, them He also called. And whom He called, them He also justified. Right. And being justified is when you're being presented as those virgins, man, to Yahweh, right, by Yahweh Shai. It says, and whom He justified, them He also glorified, being made perfect, right, being able to glow in those new bodies, being made righteous, man, completely righteous and sinless. Verse 31, what shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, right, who can be against us, right? So if you're in this truth and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is dealing with you, who's gonna be against you? What you gonna? It's nothing to fear, right? It says he that he that spared not His own Son, right, Yahweh, but delivered Him up for us all, right? How shall He not with Him also freely give us all things, man? Who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's elect? It is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that justifies, man. All right, so we're being justified by Yahweh Shai because he died for us to be part of that number, right? Lord willing, I'm part of that number, right? And He died for us to be justified and glorified, man. All right, this is why He called us, and this is why this was predestinated since the beginning of time, man. Right, being part of that image of Yahweh Shai, right? For whom He did foreknow, He also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of His Son, right? Which is Yahweh Shai, right? So those ones that's being conformed to the image of Yahweh Shai, being that walk and teach and that spread this gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and that walks like Yahushua, right? Because nobody can be like completely like Yahushua, right? But we can be like the image of him, right? Pushing his truth, push, his doctrine, right? Loving thy neighbor as thyself, right? And with that, all the rest of the commandments will fall right in line, man. Right? You're not stealing, you're not killing, you're not committing adultery against your neighbor, man. All of these things, man, if you're able to just love thy neighbor, man. Right? But again, 2/3, right? We have to be able to separate from them. Right? That's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is separating us now, because we have been called, right? So the ones that are called really should only be dealing with the other ones that have been called. Right? That way you can keep yourself from all this wickedness, man. Right? Keep your mindsets on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But again, for you wacky tacky Christians, man, this is a predestination, man. Right? The ones like it says, right, verse 30 again, we're in it. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. Right? So these ones that was predestined, he called them. And those are the ones that's out there pushing this truth right now. Right? And whom he called, them he also justified. So any sin that they committed, they will be justified, right? Being brought through this madness, man. Right? Because nobody, everybody sins, man. For anybody that says law, 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 and they keep all the commandments, they're a liar, man. And the Lord say, there's no liar gonna be brought into His kingdom, man. Period. All right, so these are the ones that's gonna be justified and glorified, man, being made perfect. All right, so Yahweh Ratazah Bahashim Yahweh Shai. This lesson was edifying because I always have to ask in Yahweh Shai's name, because he's the mediator, that this lesson be edifying to who he needs to be edifying to, right? And Lord willing, this spirit was brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for the elect, all right, for the sake of the elect. So Shalom and DT.